Welcome to the Aqua Flow Crypto Lab. This is probably my most important video in this market cycle. The last time we did this, a moonshot was next. The clock is ticking and the whole crypto market is preparing itself for a major move, and it's even more true for XRP. The price has been going up and down and up and down without making a crystal clear decision. But it's about to come to an end, and in this video you are going to understand why. Before we begin, I want to thank each one of you. This community is really amazing. Thanks for the support. You know that we are in this together. Now let's jump in. Today we will review multiple charts. Why? Because it allows us to stay level-headed by comparing each analysis. You need to remember that everything in technical analysis and even in life is about perception. As a proof of that, remember that for every buyer, there is a seller, and for every seller, there is a buyer. This means that for every transaction, the buyer thinks that the price is going up, the seller thinks that the price is going down, but only one is right. The other one is wrong. If I show exactly the same data, the same charts to some people, some of them will say that the chart is bullish, others will say that the chart is bearish. This confusion is the fruit of the chaotic nature of price action, and my job as an investor is to try to bring order to the chaos by using technical analysis. In order to stay level-headed, I have no choice but to make multiple analyses, to have different perspectives over the same data. It's my way to not get overwhelmed by our worst enemies, emotions. Let me remind you what I said last week in my previous video. Now, what about the bearish scenario? If we cross the circle, we have the bull-bear market line below us to catch us, okay? That's why we need to pay attention to the bull-bear market line. If we ever cross this to the downside, the next support is the bull-bear market line, okay? This is today's chart, and guess what? This is exactly what happened. We crossed the support circle and we touched the bull-bear market line here with the precision of a surgeon. Sometimes we just need to appreciate the accuracy of an indicator, and this line is a beauty. Look at this, guys. To the tick, we touched the bull-bear market line exactly. Okay, you can see it here, right? If you're new here, this is pretty easy to understand. Look, we have the bull-bear market line just right here. Okay, look in yellow. Every time the price is above this line, we are in a bull market. It's that simple. If we are below it, we are in a bear market. In addition, if you have a closer look at it, in the current bull market, every time that we touched it, we had a moonshot, okay? It was the case here, as you can see. It was the case here when we touched it. We touched it here again, we went up, and right now we are touching it again. That's why touching this line this week is probably one of the biggest events of this cycle, because if XRP has to go up, it's now. If XRP is bullish, it's the perfect time to wake up and to go to the upside. I want you to notice that the point that we touched is a confluence point, because look, if I remove the drawings in yellow, you can see it, right? That this is a confluence area between the aqua bands and we know that the aqua bands are a support for XRP. It was the case here, here again, here, here, here again, and here again it's a support, and it's a confluence point between the bull bear market line and the aqua bands, and it's like the price has been attracted by this confluence point, right? Now you understand why this signal changes everything. Look what happened in the past. We touched the line, we went to the upside, we retested the line, and for the first time we crossed it to the downside. And after this, it was the beginning of the bear market. Okay, it was officially a bear market. That's why I expect XRP to go up from now. If we don't and we cross the line to the downside, guys, it is a bear market in my opinion. It's that simple. If you still have doubts about what's coming, let's have a look at Bitcoin chart. Last week, we deep dived into this chart and it predicted this major move, okay? This major pivot point for Bitcoin with a great accuracy. As a quick reminder, since the major top of April, Bitcoin has been following this pattern. We go down, then we cross a circle, we go up. We go down, we cross the blue circle, we go up. And guess what? The next circle is in yellow and we are about to cross it very soon. That's why I think that going down just before crossing the circle is actually a good sign, a positive sign for the future. Because you see it here, we crossed it, we went up. We went down just before crossing it, we crossed it, we went up. And now we are going down, and I think that after crossing it, we will go up, right? Now it's time to have a look at the trigonometric analysis. If you are an old subscriber, you should already know about this chart. We have the sine wave in pink and the phi ellipse in yellow. Every time we touch one of these lines, we have a major move to the opposite side. You can see it here for the phi ellipse. We touched it, we went up. Here we went down, up again, down again. And in the current bull market, every time we touched the phi ellipse, we went to the upside. It was the case here, we went up, here again, we went up, here, we went up, here, we went up. Recently, we touched it and we went up. And look where we are right now, exactly on the phi ellipse. Do you remember? We touched the bull bear market line in my previous analysis, and it is exactly the same point for the phi ellipse. So this is also a confluence point. Do you see the power of confluence points? This is amazing, guys. That's why I strongly believe that XRP will start going up from now. Of course, we have to talk about the sine wave because as you can see, I was expecting XRP to stay above the sine wave, but we couldn't. So we crossed it and the color of the candle changed. You see it here also. It was white. After crossing it, it turned into blue. And right now, look, it was blue. We crossed it and now it's white. That's why the sine wave is still a pivot line, okay? Because after crossing it, the color of the candle changes. Now let's move to the last chart of the day. This is the trend line chart. The most important thing about this chart is the yellow line. What you need to know is that when the price is below the yellow line and we try to go above it, we always come back to retest the yellow line. Okay, look, here we used it as a strong support before having a blow-off top for XRP, but look what happened after it. We went below it, then we tried to retest it as a support, we couldn't, and we went down. Here we tried to retest it as a support. Here again, we tested it as a support, but we couldn't hold it and we went down. And look, exactly, it's the same every time, right? And look what is happening right now. It would be good to see XRP closing above the yellow line, because here in June we went below the yellow line, then we went above it and we retested the line successfully using it as a support and we went up. Right now we are testing it for the second time and we want to see the price going up and using the line as a support. If we start seeing XRP closing below the line and having a full body, a full candle body below the line, then this would be a bad sign, guys. So if I sum it up, first, we have the bull bear market line acting as a strong support. The price touched the line this week. That's why I expect the price to go up. If we don't, I will start being worried, guys. Then we have the Bitcoin chart. We know that we are about to cross the yellow circle, and if we cross it, then I expect the price to go up, because this is exactly what we did right here. We went down, then we went up, we went down, then we went up. So it would make sense to go down and then to go up. What about the trigonometric analysis? We know that we couldn't stay above the sine wave, but we crossed it and we touched the phi ellipse. And so far, every time we touched the phi ellipse, we went up. That's why I expect the price to go up. And finally, we are testing right now the trend line of XRP. We tested it once successfully, and I hope that we will be able to hold the line and to start going up. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content. That's all for today's video. It's time to leave the Crypto Lab. Thanks for watching. Do not ever be afraid to make new experiments. And if someone tells you you're crazy, just tell them. Time will tell.